With over 600 combinations, 210 top decks across 70 events in December on WBO, I'll showcase to you the best bits in the meta to use right now, so you can win your next tournament. If you're enjoying the meta tier list reports that I put out, please like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date, and let me know what you think of the bits featured in this tier list in the comments section below. For the E tier, these bits were only featured in top decks one time, which puts them at a 0% rate for both making top cut and winning. These bits should only be used in fringe cases except for one bit that I will explain in further detail. The bits that feature in the E tier are Needle, Rubber XL, Spike, Dot, and Glide. Glide is the only one here that I believe has some use cases on stamina blades that want to reduce tilting whilst maintaining stamina, as seen in my latest video on Silverwolf. Gear Ball is the only bit to be featured in the special tier, as similar to the bits in E tier, it only features in one tournament, but for the tournament it does feature in, it is part of the winning deck. Gear Ball is a unique part that I would recommend you try when other stamina bits are limited in some way. For the D tier, unlike many of those bits featured in E tier, these bits are useful in some cases and can be justified for running one in your deck. Each bit mentioned has a 1% top cut and 0% of wins. These bits being Transpoint for being the lowest bit in the game, providing similar style to Point but with less stamina. High Taper if you want to get a deep tilt launch angle. Gear Point for its ability to have point stamina but with more aggression with the gears going down to the base. Gear Needle for its aggressive stamina that does a better job of standing up compared to that of Needle. Excel that provides an all or nothing playstyle to still knock out opponents quickly or lose 1 point to stamina drain. And lastly, Bound Spike as a tech option when other stamina bits are limited. The C tier is similar to the D tier in that you wouldn't want to run more than one of either of them in your deck. However, C tier bits see success in winning decks more than D tier. For Gear Flat, it provides a very aggressive playstyle, like XL, but with more stamina due to the 12 gears going to the base of the bit, having a 2% top cut and a 3% feature in the winning rate decks. Disc Ball also sees a 2% top cut and 3% feature in the winning rate decks. I'm surprised Disc Ball has had this much success, as its wide base allows for easy bursts and impacts from attackers whilst causing spinouts easier when destabilized. Unite's unique part as its mold is not what Karatomi intended in the first place, as the point at the base does not stick out as much as it should, which has changed how the bit has performed. Its main style is an aggressive bit that can tilt whilst keeping some stamina for the endgame. Unite has seen 2% of top decks and 4% of winning rate decks. High Needle provides a defensive style, but by remaining on a single point that often puts it at the centre of the stadium. It doesn't have the same steep drop off that the regular Needle does when low on stamina. As such, it has a 3% top cut and 1% of winning rate decks. Cyclone is a bit that I'd actually recommend to those who are very aggressive players, as it is slightly worse performance than that of Rush, so you can use both Rush and Cyclone in the same deck. However, Cyclone sees 3% of top decks and 4% winning ones. Orb is often heavily compared to Bull, and was believed to be as good as Bull for a while. However, the data shows that it isn't the case. Orb is still very usable and sees 6% of top cuts and 6% of wins. B tier bits are often good bits that are actually used on specific combos, but not used widely by all blades. As such, you will see each one have a higher top deck and win percentage when compared to its previous tiers. Flat is a very common attack bit, used for attack type blades that benefit from the wider base and more aggressive attack style than some of the other bits in attack. As such, it is seen in 11% of top decks and 14% of winning ones. Low Flat is similar to Flat, being even shorter in height and having a wider base which allows for blades with an upper attack to take advantage of it more so. For example, this could be Shark Edge or Drum Buster, which gives it a 12% top cut and 16% win rate. Taper is a very flexible bit that can be used to tilt launch for ratchet bursting or upper attacks, flat launch for aggressive X-rails whilst maintaining good stamina compared to low flat and flat, which is why it sees both a 14% top cut and win percentage. Lastly, Hexa is a good bit that provides good defense and burst resistance as well as stability against falling over that Ball, Orb and other bits don't offer. Another benefit to Hexa is its ability to reduce spin still when on stamina blades, which makes it a slight counter to Cobalt Dragoon. This all then results in Hexa having a 20% top cut and 21% win rate. A tier bits are extremely good and they can be run in decks with confidence in having consistent results from them. They aren't required, but they should be considered heavily before deciding your deck build. Point makes the first appearance in A tier for its amazing balance between aggressive early game and late game stamina. Many attacking blades are able to take advantage of this bit, which leads it to being in 29% of top decks and 23% of winning ones. Freeball also features in the A tier for its amazing stamina and frictionless bit, which can reduce its stamina drain when hitting the X-Rail. It is also often paired with Silverwolf or Wizard Rod to maximise the stamina of both blades. Freeball sees less top deck features than Point at only 26%, but more winning placements at 24%, putting it above point. Lastly, for the A tier, a bit that has taken the Beyblade meta by storm after its recent release, that bit being level, an amazing bit with lots of aggression, similar to point, and a great endgame stamina as well. Its 3 levels of play help it change its attack pattern over the course of the match, whilst ensuring the blade doesn't fall over. For that reason, level has seen 27% of top deck and 31% of winning ones. For S tier, these bits are the cream of the crop, being able to improve many blades they are put on, or even define a single blade to take it to the point of meta dominance. When you are making a deck, you should definitely consider at least one of these in your deck, and you should definitely expect your opponent to have the same. Elevate is the first feature in S tier, being a formidable bit on Cobalt Dragoon, as well as a great option for many other blades, providing both an excellent balance from tilting, a unique attack pattern, as well as the most annoying part being its life after death spin that allows it to edge out victories. A great benefit to this has led to it having a 39% top cut and 37% win rate. Ball is our next S tier bit, being the best stamina bit in the game, being the go-to choice for many blades and a staple for Wizard Rod as well. While it has an issue with tilting, if launched correctly and with a bit of luck, this isn't often an issue. As such, Ball sees 43% of top cuts, as well as 43% win rate. And finally, for the best bit in beybladex for the month of December, with 51% top deck and 54% tournament wins, it's Rush. Rush provides an amazing attack option with reasonable endgame stamina as a result of its 10 gears, which reduce the stamina drain on the X-Rail. It can be used on all attack types for amazing results and is often seen on the powerhouse that is Phoenix Wing. If you enjoyed the meta report on the bits, let me know in the comments section below what you thought of the video.